This is episode 14 of Life's a Garden. Welcome back to Life's a Garden. Today's guest is the co-owner of Yellowstone Crossfit here in Billings. She is an ex-cage fighter and also my sister. Welcome to the show,
Hey.
Asia Morris.
Hey.
Also the first family member to be on the show.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I wanted to do it sooner, like have either you or Landon or Aaron on, but just never happened.
I'm surprised Landon hasn't been on yet.
Right. I guess I don't know if I've asked him
Really?
yet. I think I might have once. I might have asked him at some point, but
He's very...
also important to note, first female guest.
Oh, also true.
Yeah. So a couple firsts right now. Right on. We were talking before we started this, Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You just came back from Vegas.
I did.
How was that?
It was fun. It was different, but it was still fun.
Yeah. What were you down there for?
Kind of just vacation, but we also went down... So, like, as you said, I own Yellowstone CrossFit. So, my co-owner's daughter was invited to come be a demo girl and commentator for a CrossFit competition.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, we kind of just made a little trip out of it. So, we flew into Vegas and then Saturday drove over to St. George, Utah, and watched the competition and then went back and spent a couple days in Vegas.
Weren't there fights or something? Like I saw you with it looked like a fighter.
He was one of the competitors.
Oh,
He was
okay.
one of the, he does CrossFit. So his name's, actually, cool story. So his name's Derek Wida, and he has one leg.
Oh
And
yeah, I saw that.
So him and another guy that is also missing a leg competed against each other. So you go head to head. They do the same workout, but they go head to head. And then you saw he won the belt. So they have belts
Oh, yeah.
that they give out. So next year when they do it again, he'll go against somebody different, and he either keeps his belt or
That's
has
cool.
to give it up. Yeah. So he's like insanely good too. For like,
He looked really. That's why I thought he was a fighter.
yeah.
Well, and the belt thing, like I was just assuming it was a fighter.
It's cool. So a long time ago, they used to do a competition like that, and then they're kind of bringing it back, where every year they pick two athletes that go head to head, and then they give them the workout, so they get to like practice the workouts, and then when you go to the show, you get to watch them do it live.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
So Brooklyn, his daughter, got to be the commentator and the demo girl.
That's well.
So-
What's a demo girl?
So
where she shows them what they
Yeah,
do.
so they explain the workout, and then she'll go over all the movements and kind of show them what the movements are supposed to look like.
Right on. So for anybody who doesn't really know CrossFit,
Yes.
explain.
Okay. Let me try and make it simple. It's more of like, they're kind of like, if anyone's in like a boot camp style workout, it's not like you don't go to a global gym. Like, it's not your average like setup where you do like back and triceps or like it's all together. So we do like weightlifting, like Olympic weightlifting, and then we do conditioning, which consists of every day you're probably doing every part of your body. You work out every part of your body. It's like bar muscle ups, ring muscle ups, burpees, push-ups. Like, we do everything. And we do some bodybuilding stuff too, but it's not like your average like global gym,
Right.
I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And like,
it's kind of hard to explain to people who have never seen it.
so let's just say, for example, like if somebody first starts, like they get a membership, what can they expect on a day-to-day basis?
So we have classes. So the way a class is set up, so we have like hour-long classes. So you come in, and the whole class does the warm-up together, and then the whole class does the weightlifting segment together, and then we have like a workout of the day, which
Okay.
is different every day, but it's already programmed for you. So your workout's already set up, your weightlifting's already set up. You don't have to think about anything but just showing up, and you're there for an hour. And I'm myself or another coach is there to make sure you're doing all the movements right, to go over the warm-up with you, to go over all the movements, the weightlifting, make sure you're doing it right, it's safe, and then you're done. And
Cool.
Yeah.
And then like, how do you get into the competitions and do all that?
So it's kind of hard because they don't have a lot of competitions like around here. So, well, especially now with COVID. But you just sign up. So a lot of times there's like one example, Girls Gone RX. It's a team of 3, so 3 girls. So you just get 3 girls together, sign up, and they have different divisions. So you can do a scaled division, RX division. Sometimes they have masters. Right. You just sign up and you go, and they have your workouts programmed for you, and you just do the workout with your team, or if it's individual, and then they kind of place you according to how good you do on the workout. And like our workouts, a lot of times they're for you have like a certain amount of time, like if it's a 10-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in 10 minutes. So you have like 3 movements, and you have to get as many rounds of those 3 movements in 10 minutes. Or a lot of our workouts are for time. So you have a designated workout they have to do, and you do it as fast as you can.
Right. Yeah, no, obviously I've seen a few of the competitions that you've been in, and I get exhausted watching them. Like, they're insane. I don't know how you even do it, but it's a great, I mean, if anybody's looking to get in good shape and is interested, let them know how to get a hold of you guys and where you're located and all that stuff.
So it's called Yellowstone CrossFit, which name is subject to change very soon, but I can keep everybody updated. But right now it's called Yellowstone CrossFit. We're over on 2701 Enterprise Avenue. So if you are going down 24th, you turn before Jake's on the west end. And then you turn, and it's Enterprise, and we're all the way down we're just in a little garage. Or you can find me on Instagram or Facebook and message me.
Cool. Yeah, so if anybody's looking to get in good shape, that's the place to go. Let's see, what else? So, anything else you want to, like, talk about with the CrossFit stuff? How long have you been doing it?
Going on, like...
It's been a while.
4 or 5 years. Yeah. Competitively...
That's insane.
Probably like 3 years, and then I've owned the CrossFit gym for almost a year. So, 5 years. It doesn't seem like it's been 5 years, but...
Right. Here's one thing I did want to ask. Diet.
Yes.
Because that's... Okay, as far as fitness goes of any kind...
Yes.
That's my biggest problem.
You can work out as much as you want, but if you don't have...
Right. Clean diet. And I struggle the most with that. I mean, I can... Even when I was working out regularly, which I need to get back into doing, but even when I was regularly working out, I didn't, like, I felt better, but the diet was slipping. You know, the diet struggled for me and all that. And there was a point when I would try to diet, and, like, I went a couple weeks of a strong diet, and then it was just like, fuck it. Like, I just couldn't do it.
I'm, like, really big on, like, the nutrition side of it, because I feel like it's so important. So, for me, I feel like I said, you can work out as much as you want, but, like, if your diet is terrible, you're not going to do anything.
Well, yeah.
But also, I feel like people that go on these, like, super avid about people that go on, like, these really strict diets. They're like, oh, I'm going to cut out all this stuff
all
that
carbs,
I'm so used to eating and everything. And then that's why people binge, or they, like, do it really strong for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden they, like, just go hardcore and binge, because you can't just, like, completely cut that stuff out. I'm big on, like, macros, which I don't know if a lot of people, like, know a lot about, like, macros and stuff. It's just, like, a diet of, like, you get so much protein a day, so many carbs a day, and so much fat a day, which I always tell people is a great, like, starting point, because you can still eat some bad things. You're not completely cutting everything out. And a lot of people think not eating a lot is going to make them lose weight, but it's usually the opposite. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
If you're not fueling your body, it has nothing to work with.
Right.
So a lot of people just think, oh, I'm just going to eat salads for 4 meals a day and be fine, but it's not how it works. You have to fuel your body.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything you put in your body is fuel to help it work. And
so everyone's that's like, carbs are bad, and not really, but in moderation.
I feel like that's one of the things that stops people from, like, really focusing on the diet exercise, like, combination, is it's, like, really science, you know, it's science-based. It's very, like, scientific, and even if it's not technically, even though it is technically, but it just feels like work. And I don't think people people are willing to put in the work of working out, but like a lot of people, once it gets past that, and you have to work on like a much more like thoughtful level as far as like trying to figure out your diet and like how much you can have of this and like get the levels right just to like meet that certain what's good for your body, what's good for what kind of workouts you're doing to gain weight as far as muscle or lose weight.
And I always tell people, like, if you're putting that much, especially if you do like CrossFit stuff, if you're putting that much work into the workouts and stuff, and then you're gonna ruin it by fueling your body with terrible food or soda or whatever it is that you eat, like, is it what are you working, like,
waste of time.
Yeah. You're doing, even if you're just working out just to be healthy and like not be like competitive or whatever, you should still be thinking about what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I do when I try to supplement, well, supplements is not hard, but like when you're trying to diet, my problem is I like good food. Like I like
I do too. Don't get me
food.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do not. It's not that I don't eat bad. Like I still eat like all of those things. I still eat pizza and ice cream. It's not. People always think that just because we're super into fitness stuff, we don't do that kind of stuff. We do, but there's a difference between doing it on the daily and then letting yourself do it. It's 80-20.
You gotta have self-control.
Yeah.
And like, and
it's a matter of like how bad do you actually,
Well, in reality too, you'd almost assume when you get to do that, it's even more pleasurable than just
100%, yeah. And it's once you get used to it, like once you're like, it's just like any habit. Like once you get into a routine and stuff, it's not hard. It's not work. You're just taking care of yourself.
Well, it's starting to suck for me. What? I can tell I'm getting older now. Because the things I eat, like, I'm feeling it more. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had, like, heartburn. I've never had heartburn issues. And even just, like, recently, as if the last month, I've had heartburn, like, 3 or 4 times. Just because I was eating, like, greasy pizza or something like that. And then, like, I'll notice the next day after eating something I shouldn't have the night before. And then I wake up and I'm like, bleh. Yeah. And I never felt like that before. Yeah, now I can feel it. And it's like, okay, I get it now. Like, I get when people say, they have to switch their diet completely just to feel better. Right. It's not even just to try and make themselves, in better shape or look better. It's just literally your body's, like, rejecting what you're putting into it and telling you, no. Right. So I'm starting to feel that now, which sucks. I know. Hate it. And I'll eat something and like I can just notice, oh, okay, yeah, it's starting to show a little bit. But yeah.
I'm big on like thinking about what you're putting in your body.
I will say I saw some pictures from our show last night. By the way, if you didn't go to our show, you should have. It was a great show.
I know.
You want to explain to them why you missed the show? This is fucking sane.
I do feel really bad for not.
No, it's all good. We're gonna play more shows. So
I had every intention of going. Okay. So that day was obviously 9/11. So also in CrossFit, we're very like into like hero workouts, and so
I remember you did the Memorial Day one and all that.
Yep. Right? We do a lot of Memorial Day workouts, or like for even like people that are close to you that have like passed or anything. We do a lot of like memorial workouts for those kind of people. And so a hero workout, like a lot of times they'll take like a fallen soldier and they'll make a workout after him or her. And so yesterday was 9/11. So my partner Corey, he's my training partner and my co-owner. He is also our gym's programmer. So he tells me what my workouts are all the time. So he came up with a workout. 9 weighted pull-ups. So you have a dumbbell between your legs. 9 weighted pull-ups. 11 back squats. I think the men's weight was like 305. Mine was 210. And then 2,001 burpees.
That's so fucking insane.
We started the workout at 2:30. I got done at 10:30 at night. It took me 7 hours and 33 minutes.
So did you just take breaks in between, obviously? You didn't just go 5 hours straight of...
No, we did. Like, I took like maybe like a 5-minute break to eat my banana or make like a shake real quick. Like, I had a couple of snacks in between, but for the most part, it was just 7 hours straight of just burpees. Like the pull-ups and back squats probably took 5 minutes, and the rest.
And how do you feel today?
I feel wrecked, but I don't feel as bad as I felt last night. Like last night, I could not even I couldn't even tell you. No, and this is what we were talking about. Is like it sounds bad, but no one will ever fully understand how mental it's. And then during it, there's a lot of times where you have to be like, you have to remember why you're doing it. Like you're doing it for these people, like these fallen people,
right.
You know, these soldiers and stuff. But at the same time, when you're in it, I went through probably, I can't even tell you how many emotions I went through in that 7 hours. I was mad. I wanted to cry a couple times. Then you just have to laugh because you're doing it to yourself. But it was the most mental thing I've ever done.
Do you ever worry you're going to forget what count you're at?
No. I had a board. So like I had it marked by hundreds. So I had 20 marks on my board. So every time I got to 100, I would just mark a line off. And then my last 300, I broke it down into tens. Or my last 500, I broke down into tens because, like, whatever you have to do, whatever you can do to get through it.
I can't even imagine doing 100, much less 2,000.
But I can say, the fact that I can say that I did it today makes it worth it.
That's true. That's true.
But I would never do it again.
So I'm going to say what we did for our tribute to the 9/11.
Yes.
At the show, we had our guitar player, Drew, played the national anthem on the guitar midway through the set. And it was freaking awesome because everyone in the crowd stood up, hands on their hearts, and as, like, toward the end, everyone started singing. And I was not prepared for that. I had a feeling we were going to see everybody stand and do all that. But when everyone started singing toward the end, it was so awesome. And then we got the biggest applause. He got the biggest applause. He was the one performing on that one. So hats off to him. And it was just a great show last night. So
I think that's awesome.
Also, I wanted to say, some photos I saw, actually in both sets, the first show and this one.
Yeah.
Pretty pleased with how my forearms look.
Forearms?
Yeah, they're beefy looking in the photos. I'm not used to that.
I feel like you've lost weight.
I don't.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Well, I guess I haven't really seen you a whole lot lately.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like that at all. I feel like I've had way better.
Forearms.
Although, you know what's funny is I always maintain, even if I like look bigger or like feel like more sluggish or like I get a little side weight or something like that, or side fat, I always maintain the same weight. Like I've been, I swear to God, 185, like between 180 to 190, like in that range, since high school. I've not.
So that's good.
Yeah, but it's just weird. Like I've never peaked 200.
Yeah.
I think the highest I ever got was like 198 at one point. But I think that was when I was working out.
So it could have just been muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I just seem to steadily be 185, which is so weird.
Yeah. Especially considering like you drink and stuff. Not that that's bad.
No, it's definitely not good. I'm gonna do sober October this year.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm. And like that. Okay, so my plan was, so this month I was gonna like start weaning, like start like getting the diet a little bit closer. Like I have been failing up until this point, but like trying to eat, like pepper in some better meals, which I guess I've been cooking more as opposed to going out to eat more,
which is huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily the best food I'm cooking, but it's better than fast food and processed foods and stuff like that. But that was my plan, was to start, and it's still not too late. And then like doing, maybe not as frequent workouts, but like still working out. Mm-hmm. And it's like I said, it's not too late.
I would just like to say, I've been trying to get him and our little brother Landon to come try CrossFit for.
If I go from this, where I'm at now, to that, I will die immediately.
No, you wouldn't.
I need to, like,
everyone's always like, I need to get in shape before I come. That's my biggest pet peeve.
I feel like I do.
It's not like we're just going to, like, bring you in and just, like, throw you in and be like, you have to do 2,000 burpees. Like, we ease people in. You're coming to get into shape. And I know that they would both like it if they came. But.
Maybe I will for October, because, like I said, that's my goal. Is like, in October, I'm sober October, so no alcohol, and then I plan on going full into workouts and diet.
Sober October. I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of that?
No. Are you doing it by yourself?
No, me, Pal, Jared. I think I might be able to talk Mac, and I'm pretty sure Mac will do it. And then
it's better. When
Dalton, I think, is going to do it.
It's better when you have a group that'll do it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can kind of
like if you were doing by yourself and they were all still, and then you had to like hang out.
The problem is, we all like to go out. Mm-hmm. So if everyone's not going out, we can all just hang out at like each other's house and just hang out and watch games and stuff rather than going out. Because once you go out, I feel like it's so much easier to drink. Mm-hmm. I'm a social drinker. Like, I will not sit here by myself and drink.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's really good. But it's just it has nothing to do with the fact that, I try not to. It has everything to do with the fact that it just doesn't appease me. Like,
right.
I'd rather sit here and drink water or coffee.
Right.
Beer is just not like a sit and watch TV and drink a beer. Like, it just doesn't strike me that way. So the only time I really drink is if I'm with people.
Yeah.
But
I've never really understood that, when people can just like
sit and drink a bottle of whiskey or something like that.
Or like a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, no,
I don't get it.
I somewhat get the you get off work and it's like a cold beer sounds good. But even then I'm just like, I just want water.
Yeah.
And I have like, knowing I'm gonna go out, I'll have a beer here by myself and then go out.
Yeah.
But I couldn't if I was having a night in.
Came home from work and just like chilling.
And just was gonna stay home.
Or like people that drink like a bottle of whatever, wine or whatever a night just to drink it. I don't get it, but. And
even more so with drinking, my problem is I like beer, and beer is probably the worst for you when it comes to like weight. Like, vodka and water is that's nothing.
Right. It's when you get into like the beers and stuff. It's not the best for you.
But I also don't want to like love with like liquors and stuff. I don't want to.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
that's and then when you start mixing like soda and stuff, that's no good either.
Yeah.
Let's talk about cage fighting.
Okay.
I feel like Joe Rogan this episode.
It's been a while.
I know, but still, like,
yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it's been a while. Like, it's still like, but it's crazy to think it's been that long ago.
Right. Well, I mean, when am I ever gonna get somebody who's actually stepped in the octagon?
Yeah.
So yeah, just what was that even the whole experience like from training and.
Oh geez. So we used to. I would get up and Corey was actually my personal trainer. So we would go train with him, and he was actually the conditioning coach for the Grindhouse, which is where I fought. And I don't really remember what made me just like, I've always just liked, like I've always just wanted to be like, do something like that. Like, and this was like, I was working out in personal training, but I hadn't found CrossFit yet. So I just wanted something that like, and I did get a DUI. So I had to find something to keep myself occupied. So I was personal training, and then my cousin Carrie and I were like, well, let's just go to a fighter practice. Let's just go see what it's about and check it out. And so I would go work out in the morning, and then we would go to like open gym at the Grindhouse, and never done jiu-jitsu like growing up. I wasn't really active growing. Like I wasn't really in sports. We didn't really like.
Me neither.
Like none of us were very athletic. I guess. Like when I very first, like if anyone is like, oh, I'm not athletic, I can't work out. Like if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just saying. So started going to the Grindhouse, and we just would go. Like I had no intention of like actually like
fighting. Yeah.
So. Training, like learning jiu-jitsu, we'd go to fighter practices. I just got like fucked up on the daily, pretty much.
Just
like
getting hit?
Yeah. Like you just go in and, I mean, it's all
spar.
Guys. There was one other girl, I think, that
jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, and then you'd go in the ring and you'd spar.
Okay.
Or whatever, you'd work on takedowns and stuff, just like on the daily, just getting beat up.
That's what I really want to get. I want to do some jiu-jitsu.
I think you'd be really good at it.
I feel like it'd just be
I liked it. I liked it, and then so I did that for like a year, and then the owner of the Grindhouse kind of came to us and was like, "Hey, like if we could find you guys a fight, would you want to fight?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, yeah. let's do it. You know, you've been training this whole time, and you want to use what you've learned to see, you know, and like I like the adrenaline of it. Like, same thing why I like CrossFit. I like competitive, and I like the adrenaline that you get during every workout, and so I was like, I just wanted to experience it and see what it was like. And
what's that feeling the moment you step in the cage?
You can't even, like,
when you know, like, it's gonna be a real fight.
Like, even when you're like in there sparring and stuff, you still feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
But like as soon as you get in the cage and that cage door locks, like, it's like you just in my mind I just go into like everything just shuts off.
That's kind of what I hear about with every fighter. Like, that's how all
and
fighters.
And actually, so like my first fight, well, you were there, but so the girl I was originally supposed to fight didn't show up, and so I didn't think I was gonna get to fight. And one of the girls that we had trained with at the greenhouse, she was actually really good. She stepped up and was like, "Oh, well, I'll fight her," just on a whim. And like, not gonna lie, in my head I was like, she's really good. And so I was like, I didn't want to say no because I didn't want to
back out. And
I had trained all this time, so I did lose that fight, but I got armbarred.
And wasn't that your only fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
well, and it wasn't because you weren't going to fight other fights.
Right. I had other fights set up and everything, and then they kind of just fell through. And then I started doing more CrossFit, and I just kind of fell in love with that. And not that I love, like, still to this day when I, like, watch fights or, like, I go to fights, I'm always, like, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, I would really like to do it again.
It's not too late.
I know. But at the same time, getting hit in the face and head every day and, like, getting your body beat up and stuff. And I love what I do right now. I love CrossFit. I love owning my business and stuff. So the time I was spending at the grindhouse and the MMA, I loved it. But at the same time, I wanted to be at the CrossFit gym.
For sure.
So it kind of came down to that. But yeah, sometimes I'm still like, I kind of want to.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw you do it, I was like, like, this might be something I'm interested in. And then, like, that was, like, right when I started getting into MMA anyway. And then when I start thinking about, I don't really like getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like, that's what...
It's... Okay, the biggest thing is everyone's kind of planning till they get punched in the face.
Right.
It's...
I mean, I feel like I would enjoy every aspect of it, like, even the wrestling, and if I got submitted, that's fine. I have no problem getting choked out or anything like that. It's getting punched in the fucking face. I can't, like, allow my head to, like, be put in that.
Another thing is you can't control what happens.
Right.
Like, you can block and everything as much as you want, but you get hit in the face one time and something happens, you can't control, like, how you're getting, how your body's going to react. I think that, I've told Landon, too, I think you guys will both be really good at the jiu-jitsu part of it. I think you guys will both really like it.
Landon would actually be really good at it.
Yeah, especially, he's very smart.
Way stronger than he looks.
And he's very smart, which is huge. So I've tried to get him into it, but...
I want to do jiu-jitsu just to know how, just like to... I mean, everything I've heard is jiu-jitsu is the best form of, I always think just combat in general, because... Yeah.
And it's a good workout.
Do you know who Jocko Willenick is?
Huh.
He's like a ex-Navy SEAL. He's on Joe Rogan a lot, and he has his own podcast and stuff like that. And he does jiu-jitsu and stuff. And he made a good point saying that, when it comes to a fight, you can either run. That's always the option.
Yeah.
And... I can't remember how he put it, but basically he said, if you can, wrestle and jiu-jitsu somebody, I mean, if they know how to... That's how he said it. He said, if they know how to do it and you don't, you're fucked.
Yes.
If you know how to do it and they know how to do it, at least you have a chance. A chance. Yeah.
And I always think it's funny when you, watch... Like, when you go watch MMA fights, or you're, watching it with a group of people that... I mean, they've never, done it, or they don't know a lot about jiu-jitsu, and then when the fighter's, on the ground, and they're like, oh, this is boring, they need to get up and stand up and fight. That's the part I like watching, because it's so technical. Stuff. I mean, yeah, it's fun to watch them stand up and, go at it. But when they're on the ground and stuff, like watching how they move and like
how to get out of something or to
I enjoy
reposition
watching that.
themselves.
So it's always funny because you can always tell who like knows more about it or who's really just like.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy watching MMA. Like, it's one of my favorite sports now, honestly. It's probably top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Are they doing NFL? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
It is.
The first game was last night.
And
or no, not
can
last
there
night.
be
The night
fans
before.
or no?
Huh?
Can there be fans or no?
Some stadiums are letting them. Like Kansas City
I don't
had
follow
fans.
a lot of like the news and stuff. So.
Yeah, Kansas City had quite a few fans. It was like, I don't remember. It's not even half capacity. It was like maybe 10,000 people were there.
But they are still playing.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And then some stadiums, of course, like LA is not going to let people in.
Right.
And like Denver said starting week 3. So this week no fans. But starting week 3 they're going to let like 5,000 some people in.
Okay.
It's like we found. So I really think NFL is going to kind of be the benchmark to letting things open up again. Not just fans, but not just like for sports events, but concerts. Like it's gonna be all we gotta do is wait till the election's over.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I feel like by the end of the season, anyways, it's gonna be somewhat back to normal. It's got to be at some point. I
mean, 100% if Joe Biden wins, the media is gonna stop talking about it because they don't want it to be crazy. Like they gotta subdue the chaos because the media is very left bias. And so they're gonna, but it's hard to say if Trump wins, they might just make it even more chaotic. But I think it's gonna be like.
I feel like either way it go, like the media just makes everything 10 times worse.
Oh yeah.
That's what I don't.
That's what
I don't watch the news. I don't
really either.
I can't because it's just like.
Full of negativity and.
Yeah, and you never.
Fear mongering.
And seriously, like everything you hear, you never know if it's true anymore.
That's a big thing too. Yeah, like there's two sides of every coin, and they're only going to exploit the side that they want you to hear, with whatever media. Like, doesn't matter who they're pandering to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and everything's taken out of context, or they'll like word things differently. Yeah, I don't like it either. Yeah, and MMA was the first. Like UFC was the first to even like. I don't think they ever stopped. They never. They stopped for a little bit, but
nope. They've allowed fans the whole time.
Mm-mm.
No fans. No, that's right. They didn't, but they still.
But they kept going.
Yeah, but
even when everything else was not, they figured out how to do it without fans.
Right.
Yeah, and hopefully they can have fans soon. But everything's starting to kind of come back to the
somewhat
to like minimal fans at least. We'll see. It's all dumb, but yeah. I don't think it would be proper to have a family member on the show without talking about funny or embarrassing or different family memories.
We have a lot of stories.
I know. What's like I'm trying to think like I'm sure I could think of a ton. Anything come to mind?
It's man.
Like I want to stretch older like younger like you know what I mean.
We used to we used to come up with like some games that we came up with.
Oh my god, yeah.
We were weird kids.
You had to though, like
we were obsessed with Beanie Babies.
Yep. Yep. Oh jeez.
Average Joe.
Okay, if anybody remembers, there was a show called Average Joe on one of the.
It was like
networks.
The Bachelor.
Yeah.
But like you know how on The Bachelor it's like all beautiful people, like Average Joe is just like average people.
Yeah. So we did Average Joe with Beanie Babies, where she was the contest like
I was like the host or whatever.
The gal trying to choose somebody.
Yeah.
And then she had to choose a Beanie Baby.
Oh my god.
Jesus. What was wrong with us?
We used to like pretend to play church.
Yeah.
We would do first communion. We would cut up bread.
Yeah.
And grape juice and make our grandma come to church. Because we were raised Catholic, so.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'd.
Old Man Winter.
Which
is based on a commercial.
A commercial.
A cough drop commercial.
Well, and we used to play Fear Factor.
Yep.
But
one of my favorite games we ever played.
It was really just like a game
make
of
Asia eat gross
Dakota
things.
make Asia eat gross things and do really dumb shit.
Mm-hmm. It was mostly eating stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like stunts.
I was never the host. Ever.
Yeah.
Because he... Or...
And now, see, I was playing Joe Rogan then, and I'm playing Joe Rogan now.
This is a good one, too. We used to play Jurassic Park. Do you remember this?
Yes, of
So
course.
we had the old igloo dog houses.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get in the igloo dog house, and Dakota would roll me around the backyard, pretending to be a dinosaur. And I was...
Was it fun being in there?
I mean...
Or was it not?
I think I just thought it was fun because I thought it was normal. But now when I look back to it, I'm like... I mean, it wasn't necessarily fun.
Did I ever get in there?
No, probably not.
I feel like I did once.
I'm sure. Maybe once.
And like maybe Brad was like the dinosaur or something. I don't know.
We used our imagination.
I liked that. I think that was better though.
We didn't have like cable TV and stuff, so we had to just come up with whatever.
It's so funny because I felt like we were always behind in everything. Like remember when we got our first DVD player and they'd been out for ever. And we just loved, like, that was just huge.
Yeah, or I remember there was, like, one time where we had cable for, like...
A month or two.
Yeah, when we lived over in the trailer in Golden Meadow. We had it for, like, a couple months, and we were just, like, so behind. We would watch Saturday morning cartoons, but we never...
I actually enjoyed that more, though.
We would actually, like... I think that's what made us, like, so close growing up, too, is because there was us three.
Yeah.
Us two a lot of the times, but we had to, like... come up with all this stuff to
because we didn't have like the TV or like we had video games and stuff, but like
it wasn't anything like what other kids had,
or especially now.
Yeah.
And it's like, and especially even then I remember people at school talking about like having the newest Xbox stuff or whatever was out, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, well I'm still on the old console.
Yeah.
Or and it just wasn't as interesting. Phones, we never had the nicest phones.
No, I didn't even get a phone till
late.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I had an old like Nokia.
I had the little slide up.
Yeah, I remember I had one of those too. But like I remember having the old Nokia phone. I try to remember what it's like to text on one of those.
I like it. What are they called? Like T9 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Like at the time, it probably seemed like we were missing out and stuff. But
no,
we had we were creative. We had
I agree. I think it worked out in the long run for everything. For a lot of things. I used to make
him play Barbies.
Yeah. Well, how about Mary Kate and Ashley?
Yes.
I actually I'm comfortable enough in my masculinity to say I actually enjoyed playing like the Barbie stuff.
Well, I was the only girl, so I didn't have like.
I mean, I remember playing with toys all the time. I remember I'd make Mom watch me play like with Dragon Ball Z toys or with
I would play dinosaurs. I would play dinosaurs. Those dinosaurs were cool.
I know.
They do not make toys suck now compared to what they used to be like.
I remember they were like they were freaking because I had a lot of the little ones too.
Yeah, but remember like the big ones you get from like Toys R Us?
I remember we went. Do you remember KB Toys?
Yes.
In the mall?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember I went to, I remember they had a bin full of those big dinosaurs that were like, 3 feet tall or whatever. Not 3 feet, but like a foot tall.
Yeah.
And I asked Mom, I feel this, okay, just as much as I know, we were not like extremely spoiled.
No, not at all.
And this, I feel, even now, like, what the fuck? I was so spoiled in this moment. Because she said I could have one, and I liked, I grabbed one, but I wanted one of every single one in there. And I got one. I got like 8 of them. And they had to have been like at least $10 a piece.
The best day of your childhood.
So like $80. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing that now.
No.
Like, I don't know.
I will never forget. I wonder if it was the same day. I'll never forget. They had a Barbie RV. I still remember this Barbie RV.
Did you get it?
Yeah. And I still remember it. It was probably one of the coolest things I've ever had. Because I was obsessed with Barbies. Mm-hmm. And baby dolls.
Like I said, we weren't really at spoiled. I guess at certain points maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but not.
But getting spoiled was only ever, followed up with some darker times.
Yeah, I feel like it made us more grateful for what we got.
Yeah, for sure. Do you remember that toy chest I had? That pirate ship?
Yes.
That was so fucking cool. I used to have a pirate ship. The toy chest was a pirate ship, and it was like...
It was cool.
It was a good size. It had a sail on it, and then you open the hatch, and that's where all your toys are. Yeah, it was freaking
Was that...
cool.
Were we still on...
Pueblo.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we were spoiled, and I feel like we were
That place.
spoiled in that time in our life.
Yeah. And then after that...
Yeah. We got very humbled.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, good.
I'm grateful
at the
for
time-
the childhood I had.
Okay. I mentioned this in an earlier podcast, kind of. I want to see if you feel the same. Or if you think the same or feel the same as I do, looking back.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how to word this. Do you ever feel like when you think back to our childhood, like when it was like not the most pleasant of times,
Mm-hmm.
does it ever seem like fake, like, or just like it was a dream, or or like if you could put yourself in that position now, how much different you would think and feel, and how crazy it would seem?
Yes.
Now as opposed to then, because the mind of a child doesn't see the world like in that way, and it's not as chaotic and not as like what the fuck is
100%.
going on around us.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, it's so... Especially, there was a lot... We went through a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, like, thinking back to it now, but at the time, like, it almost felt like... For example, when we lost everything, right? Or the times we were living at, like, Leaper. Or, like, didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, it was normal. We were happy. Like, we didn't think anything of it. Like...
But we were legitimately homeless.
Yeah.
Staying at the...
We lived in, like, a hotel
the
for a while.
Lewis and Clark Hotel, like a dingy-ass hotel.
Pretty much.
Like, and...
Remember when we lived at Don's... we lived in Don's trailer for a little while.
Yeah, we lived... Yeah. Tiny trailer. We lived at Jennifer's.
Mm-hmm.
We lived at Kate's. Like, moved around all the time. Didn't, like... God bless Grandma. Like,
Yeah.
If that was me now, having to raise 3 kids... and not even having a place to live and trying to figure out how to manage that.
Yeah.
Plus trying to, like...
feed 3 kids and, like...
I would lose my shit. Like, I can't even, like,
on
picture
top
that.
of, like, all the other craziness, like, between her kids and,
Mhm.
like... Thinking, like... Yeah, like you said, like, it doesn't even seem... When you think back to everything, it's, like... It does seem like it was, like, a dream. Like, it sounds like a story somebody would make up.
Well, it's like, I remember all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like what the mind of your, like, that's what you thought then.
Mm-hmm.
You only think about all the good stuff. I don't really honestly remember too many times being afraid, like being legitimately afraid.
Right.
Like maybe a few times, or like being, worried or being concerned or having. We were always at least meant to feel like comfortable.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't.
We never felt like we were like in danger. Like we were always.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Like we always felt safe.
Right. Even
for
though
the most part, there was a couple situations probably, but like we were always loved. We always had family. Like there was always somebody there that cared for us and made sure we were taken care of.
Right. So it's just weird to think like, because I'll think about certain things and I'm like, holy shit! Like, I remember like fun things like let's say the trailer in McDougal, that fucking rat house.
Gosh.
I remember some fun things that I would do. Like, I remember making a movie theater.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then I'm like, oh, shit. I did that in a legitimate drug house.
Yes. Like, we didn't even... But, we didn't realize we were living in a drug house.
Right. I remember sitting down on the floor watching a movie or, like, some show. Like, literally just sitting on the floor. And I'm watching a movie. And, like, looking around at 4 people who 3 of which I don't even know who they are just passed out all over the place. Like, most likely high on drugs. And, like, didn't even register to me at the time. And looking back, I'm like, oh, shit. That's what that was.
Yeah.
And that's what, like...
Like, when you look back now, but at the time, like, we had no idea. Like, we were just happy in our own little world.
Mm-hmm.
You almost, like, as a kid, you just create your own world.
Right.
And you have no idea.
I just didn't know if like that's how you registered it as
well, and that's funny. Like when you bring that up, it makes me think back to some memories that I have kind of like that, but I don't ever think about those. Like I think about
the more positive stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's how you saw it then.
We were very lucky to have each other, though. I would just say that.
Mm-hmm. Because we had to basically do it all together.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, you had Roxy and stuff, and I had Dawn, and
yeah,
like we had
people that we always
that
had,
we could go to,
yeah.
and
thank God for Grandma.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. And yeah, I was thinking about that not long ago, the leaper thing, like, and like moving from house to house and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's so bizarre. And somehow or another, we still ended up getting to school every day.
Yeah.
Like,
We did. We hardly missed school ever.
That's one thing for sure that I thank Grandma for, was like, she never like wavered on us going to school.
Yeah.
Like, she made sure we were fucking going to school.
Right.
So.
We were always fed.
Mm-hmm.
Never went hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't ever remember. I remember like.
And I have to say, I'm like, it was always funny because like even now when I think about it, like when kids like when their parents like take them to like McDonald's and stuff, like it's like a daily thing, and it's like
remember
normal.
that was a treat.
We would get to go and we get like $1 McChickens off the dollar menu,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the best thing in the world.
I was talking about that like on one of my podcasts. I was saying how I remember a time when $5 was like a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, like that meant a lot. And now it's like, I'm so grateful to have, like, $5 means like very little to me now.
Right.
Like I feel grateful for that.
Right.
Because I remember a time when $5 was gas or, you know, a meal for, we could feed you, me, Landon, and maybe Grandma if she would eat, you know, off of $10.
Yeah. So crazy to think. Like that was like, or do you remember the Dollar Theater?
Of course. Yes, those were great.
We would walk to the Dollar Theater from our house.
Because it was only like 6 blocks.
Yeah. It wasn't very far, but it was awesome.
Yeah. And then, yeah, just you, me, and Landon, or maybe sometimes just you and me.
Yeah.
We just walk down there with $3.
Mm-hmm.
We'd get 2 tickets and a popcorn.
Yep.
And because everything was $1.
Yeah.
Or I think we'd get $5 because I think we'd have like 2 drinks and a popcorn or something like that, right? And then go see whatever terrible movie was there.
Yep. It's also crazy to me to think. So we lived in the apartments, and you remember Lennon and I don't know if
the
you
one
did,
on with Mom
on the south side.
Yeah.
Like
I actually don't mind. Like that was actually pretty nice.
We used to walk. Like if like you told a kid to do this now, no way. We used to walk to Mom's work.
Yeah.
For lunch, which it was. I mean,
a long walk.
It was a long walk. We'd walk there for lunch and didn't think anything of it.
I remember I walked. I think me and Eric walked from his house to my house. Or to our house.
Yeah.
Or it was either from school to our house. It was a long walk.
But you don't think anything of it. We just did it.
Remember when we had to take the bus places and
Yes.
stuff like that?
And then we got our little beat up white little car. We were so grateful.
Mm-hmm. That was great. And then I actually don't mind the trailer, like, or the apartment stuff, and that's obviously more of,
that was a better time, I think.
Yeah, and that was definitely more of a conscious point of our lives where we were like older and
so crazy
knew what was going on and stuff. But like when I
things.
think back to that apartment, I was like, that was nice.
That was a good period. That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good period of our childhood.
Everything was getting better.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Clark house, and that was
even better.
And now
we're all fine and successful.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Even Landon.
Wifed up with a kid.
Yeah.
But for real, if you would have told me, I say this to people all the time. If you would have told me, like back, like even like 5 years ago, or when we were in high school, that not only one would Landon and Dakota be as close as they are right now.
Oh yeah.
And like party and drink together and hang out all the time, I would have said you were crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Explain why.
Because, okay, Dakota was like the dad. He like adopted the role. So I used to party in high school, and like I was like not, and he used to like get so mad, and he was like, he wouldn't drink, he never partied, he was super straight edge.
I didn't drink till 23.
Yeah. So he was just like, he was so stuck in his way, and like there was like thought he was gonna be like that forever.
Well, I think now I'm glad. I honestly am glad I was the way I was.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I went through high school, and which was funny because I did all that and I still wasn't like a A student.
I feel like we went total opposite. Which not
right?
opposite, because I'm still like.
Well, I think you got it out of your system.
I did.
And I think I'm now...
Yeah, which you're not, like, crazy, but...
Right.
I got out of my system early, and now, like, I don't really drink, or I don't ever go out, and now you guys all...
I think
Landon was very, like, straight edge, too. Like, he was always, like... Until he hit high school, then he was, like... But they were so opposite, and you were so mean to Landon.
Yeah, well... I definitely feel bad about some things, for sure.
I do, too.
I mean...
We were all, like, we got along, but we all fought.
Oh, for sure.
A lot.
Yeah. No, yeah.
We were mean to him, but...
I think that's... I mean, I always boil it down to, like... I think that's kind of natural for siblings, but then I see siblings who... Okay, here's something for you. I'm curious to know how you feel about this. Do you ever find, like, siblings who are, like really close? Not, like, overly close, but, like, you know, they're very, like... loving. I wouldn't say we're not loving of each other, but like they're very like, you know, I don't know, just really close, and like, how do I put it?
Affectionate.
Yeah. Yes.
Our family does not show affection.
Not really. Yeah.
At all. We're all super close, but
that's more what I meant.
We're all very close, but we're not affectionate whatsoever.
Right.
Like, we don't really ever tell each other that we love. Like, we all know we love each other, but you don't ever say it.
I feel like
we don't ever really like show affection.
I feel like we show more affection in insults and
100%.
Than just like making fun of each other and stuff, which is fine too. Like I think everybody makes it, like, as long as we know we're like, it's all in love.
Yeah, and like I can't imagine. Like, also tell me if like when you look at like families and stuff, and like the siblings don't speak or like don't like each other, like I can't imagine that.
Right. Yeah, I feel that too.
I can't imagine like not ever like wanting to talk to you guys, or like we don't talk. We probably talk like maybe once a week.
Yeah, it's not like...
But like, yeah, we're not a very like affectionate family.
Right. Yeah, no, not even like with mom and stuff, like it's... Or my dad, and like I'm getting better at it, but for a long time it was weird for me to even like hug.
Oh yeah, we don't hug.
Like we do, but it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
We don't.
It's
not
different.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, not like other families.
But it's funny because it's not like just like one of us that's like that. All of us are like that.
I know, and that's gotta be a product of how we grew up and 100%. Stuff too. But you know what? If like I'm no psychologist, but it has to. I guess I don't know.
None of us really show emotion either. I don't think.
Right, and like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with like, just it's something to do with our childhood.
Yeah, because we're all the same.
Right, so it's like maybe it's us not wanting to be a part, like to like push away from that.
Right.
I don't know. I think as we're getting older, we're just coming into a new way of relation. Like you said, me and Landon hang out more now.
Yeah.
You know, we all...
It's so crazy how when you all grow up...
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're so close, but it's crazy.
And the... Like I said, yeah, I think I'm just acting out repressed. Like, I didn't get to do all that in high school, and now I'm kind of doing it now. But, I like I said, I'm glad I did it, because now that I'm glad I waited, because now... You know, I don't, like I said, I'm a social drinker. Like, I don't drink for fun even.
Right.
I guess I drink for fun. I don't drink for pleasure.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
And then, like, I've smoked weed, like, a couple times, and it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I'm just not into it.
But you've tried it.
Yeah, I've tried it.
Which, that's the other thing. Like, if you would have, like, I never thought he would try any of that stuff.
And so it's like...
Which I love it.
I tried it, and it's like, it just didn't really do it for me. Like, it's just not... I'm not hooked on it. Like, if somebody offered it to me, I might do it, I might not. But it's like, I don't need to do it.
Right.
I don't feel like it's... I don't seek it out.
Right.
And, like, same with... I mean, I have no interest in doing any other harder drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't have a tolerance to it. So if I do any of it, it's gonna hit me hard, and it's like I don't like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather it hit me lighter, if anything.
Right. I've never had that desire, like, to do any, like...
Even when I had, like,
Even when I was, like, partying and stuff, I never had, like, desire to do, like...
And I think that
anything.
also comes from the fact that we saw how it
even, like,
affected people.
Even now drinking, though, too, kind of, like...
Yeah, I feel that. Even when I had a tooth thing, and I had to take oxys.
You still feel like...
Oh, I took like a few too many at one time, and I almost fucking felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
That's how.
Like I don't like putting that kind of stuff in my body.
Me either.
Unless I like absolutely have to. I don't know. I just don't.
Right. Yeah. No. I felt like I was gonna die because I have such little tolerance to any drugs.
Yeah.
And so. Alcohol is basically it for me. I don't imagine myself.
I drink every.
We'll see. Unless this rock and roll
but...
lifestyle takes off, I might get into the cocaina.
No, you
I'm just kidding. I won't. But who knows? No, I don't feel like that. I won't drink before. Well, I drank a little bit before the show last night just to ease the nerves a little bit. But I don't like drinking on stage at all because I get hiccups and stuff. So as a singer, it kind of works out for me that I don't drink on stage or before. Because I'm worried I'll drink too much before and slur, like my words won't come out clearly.
Yeah.
Or I'll drink on stage and I'll get hiccups and stuff because I get it during band practice and I hate that. So on a live performance, I would never want that. But in the middle of the set last night, I was getting heartburn. Yeah, because I ate I ate pizza for lunch because I had leftover pizza.
Uh-huh.
And it was kicking back on me, so I was getting heartburn in the middle of the set, and I was like, fuck. That sucked. But we got through it. We got an encore, too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Second time. But we actually played something this time. We just played a song again, which was kind of dumb, but it was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let me think. I'm trying to think of some more, like, childhood stuff. You know those memes where it's like, blame it, like, somebody gets hurt and then you blame it on something else? Like, I specifically remember a time, like, I don't remember what happened, but I ended up, like, pushing you or something. You hit your head on, like, your bed.
I'm sure.
And I felt bad. And then somebody comes, you're, like, crying. Somebody comes in, like, what happened? I was like, she just fell.
Or you'd be like, please don't tell, please don't.
Yeah,
yes. You're always like,
that's the one.
We would always do that too, like, please don't tell. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't tell on me, please.
Yeah.
Okay, because also, which I would like to say is different from kids' childhood now, we didn't get, like, you got, like, the spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, the broomstick.
We got whatever Grandma could wield in her hand.
Yeah, like, you like, it was, like, it wasn't like you just got, like, a scolding. Mm-hmm. Like, you actually got, like...
Yeah, she'd come at you with a shoe. She'd throw shoes.
Oh, yeah.
A pan. Whatever she could wield.
Whatever she had in her hand.
I remember she picked up a lamp once.
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't do anything with it, but was like, gonna threaten us with it.
There wasn't, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Grandma didn't put up with nothing. I specifically remember one time to you, like, I don't remember what it was. We were playing a game or something like that, and you said, like, no, I don't remember. You said something that made me mad, and I go, well, Jesus Christ! And Grandma goes, what did you say? And I was like, like, I didn't know that was bad.
Right.
Like, because Grandma, of course, was super Catholic.
Right.
And she's like, are you cussing? And I'm like, no. Like, I didn't say a cuss word. And she goes, you never say that again. And I didn't for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I think I maybe, like, even, like, if it slipped out of me,
you knew.
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Because Grandma instilled that fear into me.
She never really cussed, actually. Now that I think back to it.
No, not really. But, yeah, she was not down with saying that.
No.
And, yeah, like I said, it carried through for a long time. Like,
isn't that crazy?
I would not say that. And then now I don't. Like,
but you still remember it.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think even now if I say it, I kind of get, like, that chill. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's just, like, the type... She was mad at you. She let you fucking know.
But yeah, we for sure were the kids that were like, please don't tell on me.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We all had our moments.
I think I only got spanked. Well, I'm sure I got spanked a few times, but...
Like, the ones that we remember? I only remember like once or twice where it was like.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we got threatened a lot.
Oh yeah. Probably also for the best. Probably ended up working out somehow, in some ways. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else?
I'm trying to think of some other like funny stories.
Right. Funny ones, yeah.
Or there's a lot. It's just hard to think of on that kind of.
I know it's hard. I should have thought of some off the top of my head beforehand, but those were some good ones.
The best ones were the games we came up with.
Yeah, those are pretty fun. And then playing with toys and whatever. Heck yeah. Anything coming up with CrossFit or anything coming up with?
No, because of COVID.
Because of now, yeah.
But what else? What else is coming up? Do you have any trips planned?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Unfortunately, I think we're. Oh yeah. So me and Aaron have been talking about going to Denver sometime next year in spring.
Okay.
So like you, me, Landon.
That'd be fun.
Aaron. I wish Landon would be 21.
I really want to take Landon to Vegas for his 21st.
That'd be fun. I'm down. But I feel like
Denver would be fun though.
God, I would just like it better if Landon could be 21 for that.
Yeah.
But he looks so old that he could get it.
He's balding.
Yeah. But he could pass
He could pass for 21 easy.
Yeah. So, I will see. And then so yeah, me, Aaron, you, Landon, and then like if Forrest will come, that'd be cool. And then maybe see if Ezra will come up. Maybe Kate can fly down or something. So all the cousins can hang out.
Yeah, instead of doing it when I feel like we all get together when it's
a funeral or something bad, yeah. Well, whoever can come, I think that'd be cool. If worst case, it's just you, me, Aaron. I know Aaron's down.
Landon.
And Landon would just go down to Denver and hang out with Gabriel for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So that's one of the trips in mind. I'd be going to Vegas for football this year, and we would definitely be going to a Broncos game at some point, but so much for that. We're going to try. We might try if they...
Maybe when things get back to normal.
Yeah. It'll be hard, though.
I don't have any other trips really planned, though.
Yeah, not
I'd
this year.
I'd go back to Vegas at some point, but probably not until next year.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Vegas unless it's going to be everything's open and full swing.
It was still fun, but it's just not the same.
Right. I agree. I think Vegas with Landon on his 21st would be real fun.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
We gotta... Should it just be us, or should it be...
I think so.
That could be fun. We'd only have to get one room, 2 beds.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Where would we stay?
I like the MGM.
I've never stayed there. I've only been there once.
That's where we stayed the last 2 times. Yeah. And in October, the pools will be open.
I want to... If I could stay anywhere there, for sure it would be the Venetian.
I've never stayed there.
I've only stayed at TI, and it was nice, but the Venetian's fucking awesome. That's my favorite one there. And then, of course, it'd be cool to stay at like the Bellagio or Caesars or
anywhere on the Strip.
Right. If we're taking Landon for the first time, we definitely got to go on the Strip.
Well, yeah.
We got to go to. We got
to stay on the Strip.
We got to go to Fremont Street too, though. Yeah. Have you been to Fremont?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, we got to go there too, but. It'll be so much better for going the second time for me, because the first time it's so much.
It's so overwhelming.
You kind of want to see everything.
Honestly, I feel like after you've gone and seen everything, you have your favorite things that you do,
and you can focus on.
Yeah.
It's
always hard to take someone for the first time because you want to show them everything but you have to go multiple times if you want to Every time I go, I find something new or see something new or
Yeah, you got to just take it in.
Yeah.
In
you can't overwhelm
sections. Yeah, if you go too much, it just burns you out too quick. You kind of just got to do a little bit.
Yeah.
And then always know that you can go another time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that'd be fun. We could do that.
I love Vegas.
So that'd be about. It's not even that's over a year from now.
I know.
But it'll be colder. So
it'll be 20, right?
Yeah. But it'll be like a colder month, so once we go down there, it'll be warmer.
Yeah, and the pools are still open.
Well, yeah, they'll all be open by then, hopefully.
Yeah.
By this time.
They're still open in October.
Well, yeah, they're open all year.
No, they're not.
They're not?
No. Like, if I go for my birthday, they're not opened.
Are you serious?
Mm-mm.
Why? Is
Because
it too cold?
To us, it's warm, but to them, it's not.
That's so fucking stupid. I can't even believe that.
Because it's still like, I mean, it's probably still 70, 80s. Like, I'd sit by the pool.
They won't have the pool open if it's 70?
I don't think so.
That is insane.
I know in February you might be able to find like one that's open, but
I could never live there.
it was like 115 when we were there.
I decided this year I'm 100% a winter person.
No.
100%.
Hate it.
Like,
I hate it. I hate the winter.
I am so much more a cold weather person. Like, I prefer being able to warm up, and like I love going to bed when it's cold.
No.
And I get to like just bundle up. I sleep so much better in the cold weather. I
hate it.
I don't like getting my shoes wet or nothing like that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like shoveling snow, but I prefer shoveling snow over mowing a lawn.
Really?
For sure.
Oh.
Especially my place.
No. If it could be, I like 90 all the time. Perfect.
Nope.
80
90?
80 to
Yuck.
90. 80 to 90. I love it.
90s, no. I prefer, in reality, I prefer, like, my favorite would be, like, 65, 75, like, maybe a little bit of rain, or, like, overcast with some, like, a nice breeze. Like, that's perfect for me. But, I think that's kind of perfect for everybody. But, if I had to choose between, like, 90 to 100 degrees, or 35 to 40
You're
degrees,
crazy.
100%
You're
choose
crazy.
that. 100%.
No
You know why else I like winter? No bugs. Fucking hate bugs.
Snow. It's cold.
Don't care. Do not care. Like, my least favorite part about the snow was driving, and now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because I got 4-wheel drive. So that aspect's gone. Like, I don't mind. Also, I actually do enjoy, like, winter fashion. Like, I like wearing coats. I like wearing sweaters. I like wearing, like, long pants. I don't like wearing shorts. I do not like the feeling of being hot. This year is the year I decided
No, I love it.
that I hate it. I hate hot. It's so much easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
I
Obviously.
disagree. I'd rather just
Fucking hate it.
summer all year round.
So winter, I'm a winter person now. I thought, like, there was parts of me that was like, it'd be really cool to move down to, like, Arizona for a couple years just to experience it, or like Texas or well, if you went to LA or California, I'll never fucking go to LA. But like
I've been to LA.
No, I'll go there, but I'm not gonna live there.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't live there,
but like Southern California is like like that's perfect weather all the time.
Yeah, I'd live.
That's why so many people live there, is because it's perfect weather all the time. Same with like Florida, but except hurricanes. But like I thought about, what maybe live in Arizona but then it's like 120 degrees. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I would rather die.
Yeah.
It's literally hell.
I mean, but I don't know. I love the warm. I love summer.
Now I think like Denver is obviously would be good for me because I love Denver anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as cold as here. It still gets cold, but not as cold as here.
Would you ever move?
Honestly, not anymore. I thought about it, but after all this COVID stuff, it's only like solidified to me how like perfect it is here.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, just for so many reasons. Because we're a smaller population,
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't get smashed with it. I don't know. There's a lot of things I like about this place, especially like I said, the weather. Now the weather's an aspect of that. I like the weather.
The only thing I would change.
And I love it being small, like especially, and then being in Billings, it's like just big enough, but not
right.
It's not. I enjoy visiting places like Denver and Vegas and stuff like that. I could never live there.
And then coming back.
There's nothing better than leaving there, because it's like, okay, I had my fun. I couldn't live here.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't do it.
I see that.
I mean, living here, you still get concerts and some fun stuff.
Right.
And like, you're not 8 miles from the next restaurant.
Yeah.
But 8 miles. I meant more like 25 miles.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You could be 8 miles, but
from the next like big place to
45
get.
minutes.
You don't have to drive forever to get your groceries.
Exactly.
But I'm also couldn't live in a small town.
No.
Like I could not do that.
Absolutely not.
I'd sooner live in
This is as smallest as I would ever live.
See, and I was just about to say I would sooner live in a big city than a small town. I don't think I believe that either though.
I would.
I can't stand by that statement because I couldn't do either. I would like this is perfect. Like this is the perfect middle.
Yeah.
Like it's just a perfect
I would
size.
not live anywhere smaller. I could live somewhere I could live somewhere bigger, but I could never live somewhere smaller.
But yeah, like I don't know. We haven't had to deal with a lot of the like rioting and stuff like that either. Like all of that has played into this, like me loving staying here. So it really. I thought about it though. I did think about like possibly moving to like Scottsdale or something. But now like the band is taken off and stuff, so
I would never like say I'm not, and I never would. I would, but now I like my business and what I do. So
I think you'd like Arizona.
I would love Arizona, especially like Scottsdale.
If I was Scottsdale. See, well, and okay, here's something I'm not ruling out. Well, okay, maybe I kind of got to rule it out because I forget some of the guys in the band are pretty hunkered here. Like, Lucas owns his home, and Drew has family and stuff. He's got his girlfriend and all that, his son. Other than that, like, Justin and Aaron and myself have, like, really no tie-downs here.
Right.
So, if the other guys wanted to, we could easily, like, I would 100% be down to, like, move to Austin for a year.
Oh yeah.
Just to get I would say Nashville, but it's not because it's a music town.
Yeah.
But Austin's like the rock, like music capital.
That'd be cool.
So like to go down there and try and get things moving for the band.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean,
Austin wouldn't be bad.
Well, we have connections in like Reno from Aaron, and Lucas says he's got connections in Seattle, so we can like go there and play. And Justin's played in a few, he played in Salt Lake City, Denver, and Grand Rapids, so we could probably get connected there again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
you can't like you're at a point where like you don't have to like you're not tied down to anything. You could do whatever you wanted.
I know, but I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I have a good job. Family's here, friends here, so
content.
Yeah, I mean, still young enough. I could.
Have a lot of time.
I've thought about it.
I have to say though, I'm freaking out about turning 25.
Why?
I don't know. Everyone's always like, "Why?" It's not even about. I don't know. I do not.
25 was kind of a big one.
I kind of remember.
I kind of remember it. It was.
There's still like a few things that I want to accomplish before I turn 25.
You're not 30.
I know, but I'm halfway there.
Excuse me.
I'm almost at 30.
Don't tell me about it. I'm not even 30 yet. Now, like I said, I'm starting to feel my age. My back's starting to hurt.
I don't know. I'm
getting heartburn.
Maybe once I turn 25, maybe I'll be like, oh, it's not a big deal. But it's just like a mental thing, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like 30 is I don't feel it now. I'm not like, when I think about it, I'm like, 30. Like, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. But when it happens, I feel like I'm going to be like, fuck, what's that? Well, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I should be doing more. I don't know, though. Maybe I won't. I'm thinking with the band and stuff. Like, after last night, I seriously think the band's going to do, like, we're going to do good. So that's one thing. Plus, got the house, got the truck now. Like,
you're good.
My only thing I want to do by 30 is maybe have a new house, like upgrade.
Yeah.
To something else. But if I don't, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like 35, I'd be alright. Like no later than 35.
New house.
Yeah, but that's 3 years from now. Like 33 years from now, I think that's a possibility to like upgrade.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
That's possible.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
Hmm.
If you built your business up like. After a few, 10 years or so, and then sell it for like a boatload.
Well, I mean, that's probably one of the goals.
Yeah.
Because you figure, yeah. Then I could do whatever I wanted.
Well, then you could, yeah, well, you could either sit on your money and work something else, like as a personal trainer or something like that. Like, there's a lot of things.
It's one of the goals.
Well, even if you run the business for 20 years or something like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then you just sell it, and you're not even 40 yet. Or you're in your 40s, and then you sell it for a boatload. And
it's kind of, it's like, I forget that I, like, own a business.
I know,
like
it's so weird.
I get, like...
So weird.
I just forget.
It's weird, like, I own a home, you own a business, Landon basically has a kid.
Has a child, and is pretty much married.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah,
because I never, like... It's honestly... Well, and it helps... It doesn't. It doesn't help that we don't all, like, hang out as often as we probably should.
Right.
A lot of that's just because we're always so busy.
Yeah, we all have our own lives.
But it's still hard for me to think of you guys as not like just the little kids.
I know.
Because we were around all the time
we're
then.
Adults now.
It's like weird thinking about like all the accomplishments like that just come along.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But I mean, we're not doing bad, so. No. I've always said that the second generation from our parents were, all of us, cousins and everything, are just that much better.
Way better, yeah.
And then it's just going to get better from there, I feel like. I feel like all the second cousins, right? Yeah, the second cousins
their kids
are even better.
I'm not planning on having kids.
I'm 50-50.
So...
We'll see.
Landon's
Landon can take that one.
Landon's our only hope for us three.
I'm 50-50. I'm not. We'll see.
Everyone keeps telling me I'll change my mind, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I flip flop around on that one.
I'm pretty set on it.
Fair enough. Hey.
But you never know.
Yeah, we'll see. Once you get to 30.
I'm good. I'm already figuring out turning 25. Let's go 30.
Fair enough. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think that's probably good. What do you think?
That went by fast.
I know. One more time for everybody. What's the how to get a hold of you for the gym, and where is it at?
So, well, the easiest way to get a hold of me is just find me on Facebook or Instagram. Because my numbers and my contact is the main contact for the gym. It's Yellowstone CrossFit or Asia Morris on Facebook and Instagram. And then we're at 2701 Enterprise Avenue.
Right on. You heard it. Make sure to go check that out. Get yourself in shape, especially in these times of COVID, when you need to have the tip-top health.
He should take note. Now you need to come.
Well, I've been popping that vitamin D. So. Thank you again for watching. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. And don't forget, life's a garden. Dig it.